So the LOLCOW is a term of art on the internet. What does it mean? It means someone takes positions or says things or does things that are so absurd they're called LOLCOW. I want to be upfront for the older subscribers. We got to move on, guys. I will still be making fun of Marissa, Brett, Aaron, and the old crew, but I want to look at some other idiots and expose them as well. So please try to endure some of the other lolcows we'll be looking at. So for this one, we're going to concentrate on Marissa and Star Wars theory. And although it looks radically different, or they're two radically different cases, no, it's the same thing. Where a lying grifter lies, lies, lies. There's a great meme out there or phrase saying, "Oh, lying liar lies again," and that's what we got with Marissa. So let's keep it blunt and simple. So Marissa, and this is an old trope she does, that she's constantly in danger, guys. She's danger woman. Danger follows her all around. So Marissa was friendly and romantic with Brett, or Scoville, in the lifeboat, but a few months ago exposed their grifting. Now that's not the problem. The problem is the deception involved in the expose. It seemed that she turned over a new leaf. She loves women and cares about victims. But it's a little bit more complicated. So now she's doing damage control and trying to insult dead agent and destroy a lot of people to maintain the fiction that Brett was going to put her in danger. Now, of course, Scoville, who is, let's be honest, very scummy, affirmed numerous times, "I'm not going to go see her. I don't have any contact with this woman. She's not in danger." And again, Scoville is many things. He's a liar, a criminal, a grifter, a bank robber, and this is going to get relevant with Star Wars theory. He's a R word. Yeah, so he's a complete mess. However, on this point, I have to agree with him. And it's not a matter of whether I like him or don't like him. Casper from After the Bars has shown a lot of texts now, and they point overwhelmingly that this is an act, right? So in the text, he's constantly going, "Do you think I'm in danger now? There's no going back. There's no going back, Anakin. Once this is out there, I'm going to destroy him. He's going to retaliate." And by the way, Casper spent prison time with Scoville, and he's like, "I don't know. I mean, maybe he talks like a tough guy. He's a bit of a weirdo. He walks around acting tough. I don't think this is going to be a problem. If it is, maybe just put it on a third party channel. Don't have it on my channel. Don't put it on your channel. Just give it to a third party." He's like, "Oh God, I'm so nervous. Oh no, no. Oh God, but I have to save the women. They might come after me. They might come after me." And he's like, maybe, maybe not. To date, she's never shown any serious evidence to Scoville brothers. Let's be very clear. They're scummy. They're liars. They will steal your money. They don't pose a physical threat to her. She has the resources. If they did, she could run away really easily. She has apparently over $100,000 in ready cash. Marissa, you're not in danger. If you are, you have a rich family. Relax. Take a deep breath. We don't believe you, right? Scoville's contradicting you. Casper's contradicting you. Knife Hoarder, we've all done the homework. True Clear Media, Goot, you go to the list. We don't believe you. If you're really threatened, go to the police, go to the FBI, hire a bodyguard. You have enough money. Good day, sir. You're lying to us. Good day, sir. Now let's move on to Star Wars Theory, who is also getting all panicky. "Guys, I don't want to watch Andor anymore. I don't want to watch it because the fandom, oh my God, I'm in danger, Anakin." So what's the deal with Theory? Well, and again, I'm going to get blunt and really brutal here. I was never a big fan of this guy, but before at least he was okay. His main thing was doing these weird fanfic videos about Anakin and Yoda fighting one another in episode 25 of his own fanfiction. Not great videos, but it's like, all right, he's obsessed with Anakin. I love the prequels. I love the prequels. But here's the difference. I have this thing called the brain. So anyway, Theory has many problems with Andor. His old problems, wait for it, was bricks and screws. Even though screws, this guy sells lightsabers. Screws hold together lightsabers, stupid. So his old problems with season 1 were bricks and screws. His new problem, and I've seen the episode, I've seen the first 2 episodes, I've seen the scene. It's nothing to get upset about. But if you are the kind of person, I can respect that. So the second episode of season 2 of Andor features a scene, we'll call her B, where B is being attacked by an Imperial. This Imperial clearly, forcibly touches her face, tries to kiss her, and then do something forcibly. She fights him off. He gets hit, and he does. And probably I do think this is a first canonically for Star Wars. She verbally says he tried to R word. So it is an upsetting, difficult scene. So you might think, well, he's a sensitive bro. He's very sensitive. He's a feminist. No, no, no. This guy's a lying grifter on every level. But let's hear him speak, because what he's saying is so incredible. Okay, so he's upset that Andor, episode 2, season 2, features, it's not graphic. There's no nudity. We don't see, right, naked body. It is, however, implied, right? She is attacked. It's a brutal scene. So his solution, Smooth Brain, is to see Revenge of the Sith. So minor spoilers for the Star Wars canon. Revenge of the Sith, we see murdered children. There's a scene near the end where Anakin, using his force powers, attacks his pregnant wife. Genocide is explicitly shown. We see tons of people get mowed down. Jedi, civilians, there's a lot of blood. There's a scene where one kid is executed. So his defense is, it's this Andor fandom. They're so crazy. They're so toxic. This is a guy, I am not exaggerating, almost all his recent videos, we're talking like 2 years of content that I've tried to give a chance. Almost all his new content is overwhelmingly hateful responses, toxic responses to Disney, to new shows, which he looks at for money. But now with Andor, he's like, guys, I don't want to look at Andor anymore because you're contradicting yourself, because you're a hypocrite, because you're a liar. From your own mouth, you wanted an adult Star Wars show. George Lucas was going to produce Underworld, a very Game of Thrones style Star Wars show that would have a lot of violence and a lot of sex. And he's like, yes, Disney, how dare you not do this George show? So they do roughly the same thing with Andor. And now you're like, guys, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to look at this at all. Because, I don't enjoy this kind of material. I don't, but it's okay. But, I think you're a weirdo.
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, dude. I'll see you in Tales of the Underworld. Enjoy your show. Leave me alone.
Let's lay it out all perfectly clear. So, murdered children, pregnant woman being attacked, genocide. Guys, I'm a true Star Wars fan. I'm a George Lucas fan. Me and my friends, we're going to see Revenge of the Sith. We're going to enjoy seeing that. Now, if you want to enjoy Andor with its, that's you. Okay, respectfully. But I'm a Star Wars fan. I don't look at that stuff. So let's get this straight. First of all, the lying. You don't have to just see something to enjoy it. You can watch something and take pleasure in the aesthetic construction. That does not mean you enjoy it, right? You can watch a war film on genocide. You don't enjoy watching it, but you admire and take pleasure in how well it was created. Stupid. It's not necessary to enjoy a work of fiction, you idiot. But let's go with that lie. Oh, if you watch a work of fiction, you got to be enjoying it. So let's see. Let's get this straight. So you enjoy seeing a woman being attacked. For the record, that's what happens. A woman gets attacked. And Revenge of the Sith. Children get attacked. Children get murdered. Innocent people are torn to shreds. They're murdered. They're shot at. We see decapitated limbs. A man is burning to death. And Revenge of the Sith. We see that. It is graphically shown. We see burning skin. Now, guys, I'd rather see that. Okay? If I'm going to see a woman get attacked, I need Vader to do it. Okay? But if I see an Imperial, like, what, trying to touch a woman? That's not Star Wars, guys. The George Lucas Star Wars, shows many graphic things. Star Wars could be aimed primarily at children. You can still show much adult material. Depending on the Star Wars, it's either more childish or more adult. This is where the lying grift is so stupid. If you have to make an assessment, right, like Return of the Jedi, it's really silly with the Ewoks. That's more childish. There are adult things, people die, explosions, war, but it's more silly, right? Decidedly, it's a little bit more silly, right? Andor is more adult. So if you take Revenge of the Sith, what is that? Oh, that's more the adult Star Wars. Like Andor? Yeah, like Andor. So he's not saying even it's a bad show, guys. It's just fandom is so toxic. Why is this fandom so toxic? Because they're fact checking. Because they're looking at what you're saying. You're not making any sense. You're making stuff up. You're just saying, guys, Vader wouldn't do that. Palpatine wouldn't do that. Vader and Palpatine are not in that Andor scene. You know that. You're lying. You're pulling a Marissa. Guys, I'm in danger. These toxic fans. You're a toxic fan. Oh, but I get it. With the Acolyte, you reviewed that. You hated that. But see, it was popular to hate the Acolyte. It's popular to like Andor. Andor is very popular with a part of the fandom. So you're not just a lying grifter. You're a coward. You're a coward. You're only going to watch something if you have the popular opinion and you can count on the comment section. They love me, guys. Oh, there's a few comments here, but everyone loves me. Now with Andor, even your own fans are making fun of you. Even they are mocking you as an idiot who's contradicting yourself, who's a hypocrite, who's a lying grifter. So now, guys, I don't want to talk about Andor anymore. I don't want to talk about Andor. All the time people make fun of me because you're an idiot. You're a lying, stupid idiot. You're being exposed. Well, here's the thing, coward. When I have a take, even if it's not popular, I don't just shift with the wind. But you're a coward. So you're not just a lying grifter, you're a coward. You're just a big fat bully who, when you get responded to, you run away like a coward. There's nothing to respect here. You're a complete coward. Whatever I want to say about Marissa, she's not a coward. She's evil, but she's not a coward.
Get in Revenge of the Sith, where like Anakin gets all his limbs sliced off and then burned alive. You know, it's pretty gory and pretty horrific to watch. And so a person might say to you, well, how can you show this kind of thing in Star Wars? It's so gratuitous and so violent and so horrible to watch. You know, is this really what you want Star Wars to be?
I think there's quite a difference between